Yeah, it's been about a month or so, or just a couple of weeks since I've actually uploaded to this channel. Now, the reason why is because I've kind of run out of a lot of topics when it comes to talking about my cameras and just photography in general, especially when I can't really go outside or go to specific places that I want to because of the current pandemic and everything that's going on. However, there's one new topic that I did want to discuss when it comes to the Fujifilm system, especially the X100 system, and just kind of talk about some of the things that I've found out while messing around with settings and something that I came across. Now, I posted this image on my Instagram stories a couple of days ago, and I kind of asked everyone, hey, is this shot on film or is it shot on digital? And the whole poll of it actually came down to about a 50-50 split between people thinking it was film and people thinking it was digital. Now, if you don't know what it's trying to be, this is either Kodak Color Plus or it's something else. And the simple fact is that that image was shot on my X100F. Now I have X100V in the title because this can work pretty much the same way. The way that I did it for the X100F can be done on the X100V. Now, I really wanted to do was a direct comparison to film with my Fujica AX3, essentially because it's a Fujifilm camera versus another Fujifilm camera using Kodak Color Plus. Problem is that the windup for my camera is broken, so all of those images I took on that roll of film ended up shooting a blank roll. Yeah, kind of sucks. So shutter works, everything else works except for that windup, and I shot a blank roll, which was so much fun. Now let's go ahead and talk about how I was able to make that image on my X100F. The simple fact is that using classic chrome or any of the other film simulations, you can change your white balance, the way that your grain structure works, the way that the light comes in through the X100F and all of that, with the strengths and the highlights and everything. You can easily imitate some of the very famous rolls of film out there. I also have a Cinestill 800T that I want to try eventually at nighttime, as well as maybe using like a blue or a Promise filter or something like that as well. Now, to be able to do all of that, there's a website that I used. I'm going to link that website down below in the description and in the comments, and you can go ahead and find this entire forum that has recipes for Kodak Color Plus, Portra 400, Cinestill 800T, and all the very famous film simulations. Film stocks that are out there, and use the film simulations on the Fujifilm cameras to go ahead and emulate those. Now, the Kodak Color Plus one worked perfectly fine on the X100F, it will work perfectly fine on the X100V, and pretty much all the other X100 cameras. But the Cinestill one wasn't exactly the right way when it came to doing the color settings, because the white balance settings are a bit different between Fujifilm cameras. So if you have another one, you should be able to get it perfectly on the dot. I wasn't able to get it completely, but in post I should be able to clean it up a little bit. Now that was also shot with the JPEG, did not shoot RAW, straight JPEG out of camera and everything. So you might be able to tweak a little bit of the JPEG in post, not too much, but it is a very good system and really cool colorations that you can do to your photos. You can even use it probably for like test shots before you actually go and shoot the actual film itself. Maybe you don't want to waste your film directly on messing up a shot or whatever, or you don't want to mess up an exposure, because film is pretty expensive and it's not really environmentally healthy, especially in the long term. So being able to just maybe get some test shots on your other camera, on your digital camera with the recipe, and then take the final shot with film, I think it could work out pretty damn well. So go ahead and take a look at those down below in the description. I might make a POV video or just some street photography with that film simulation recipe eventually. But for now, just go ahead and check that down below. And I've got a very big project coming up in November, very big road trip that's going to be Not necessarily photography related, more video, but I really hope to show that to everyone very soon. So have a good one. I'll catch you later.